is the most cinematic experience I've ever had.
I think the more you stick to who you are, the more the world will respect you.
No matter how many years pass, we have the similar imagination about the ocean, about the species.
Actually, they carry the same spirit, even though we're 1,000 years apart.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Amie and Jodie's channel.
Hi, my name is Amy.
Hello, I'm Jodie.
And this is Brownie.
This is our little Tessie, because this is from Tasmania.
And this is from Chengdu, China.
Okay, today we are going to talk about Avatar.
Number 2.
Yes, The Way of Water.
Yes.
So when did you go to see it?
I saw that one recently. I saw that one in an ordinary cinema in Broadway at Hoyt's. So what about you?
Oh, I've seen that a month ago.
Okay, where about?
In Melbourne, actually.
Oh, great.
I did a road trip to Melbourne. So I was lucky I'd be able to see that in Melbourne IMAX.
Oh, jealous.
Yes, because Melbourne IMAX, it has the biggest screen around the world.
Around the world.
The width is 32 meters and the height is 23 meters. So this is the biggest screen in the world. It has 2 4K laser projectors, which can ensure the brightness and the clarity.
Awesome. So that looks more real
Yes.
in not only 3D, but full exposure of IMAX.
Yes, best 3D experience within these 10 years. It also has the hell racing, give you the good bumps.
Awesome.
Sound system.
Oh, I didn't have that.
This is the most cinematic experience I've ever had.
Oh, that good.
Yes.
So when was the last time you had that?
Avatar 1.
Okay, 13
it's all
years
belong
ago.
to Cameron's movie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I was not as lucky as Jodie to see that in IMAX. I didn't even see that in 3D. However, I would say that even though I see that in a normal cinema, in a normal settings, the quality of the picture is really tremendously outstanding. So I can see that the blue is really, really blue. And when it comes to, the facial expression of the characters and then the sceneries, and because of a lot of water scenes, I can really feel that I actually not immersed into the environment, but I feel like I was right in front of them to see that in front of my face real time.
Wow.
From an experiences and sensational point of view, I think this is a really enjoyable movie to watch. So Jodie, you see that in the IMAX Melbourne.
Yes.
So is it like a 4D experiences?
It has the explosion things.
Yeah.
You feel the power and you feel your chair probably like shaking a little bit. Sounds like you're already sitting in the scene, like in that moment with them.
Great. So does the IMAX splash water on you to make you feel more real?
It didn't spray the water on your face, Thinking about this movie, how much water they need to spend. This is not very environmental friendly.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I was thinking about just enhancing, the watching experiences.
Yeah, but you can feel that way.
Yep.
Even when I was sitting there, I was like, if they can spray the water on my face, that would be perfect.
Yep. Maybe that's the direction that we're going to.
That's gonna be in the future, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So Jodie, in terms of cost, because I don't have the exact number yet, but I've heard that this movie cost a fortune to make.
Yeah, it is. It is the most expensive movie in the history. So it spent 460 million USD dollars. It's around 650 million Australian dollars.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. So they have to hit the history of boxing office as well.
In order to break even or making profit.
Exactly.
Okay. Great. So 3 days ago, I had a look at the internet that Avatar2, The Way of Water, has made 2 billion USD.
Already.
Already. So the director James Cameron not only breaks even, but
It's actually
has
making money.
making profit and hitting record history.
So Cameron said if Avatar 2 can make profit,
Yep.
and he's gonna continue to produce Avatar 3, 4, and 5.
So do you think Avatar 3 will be another 13 years?
No, it won't be. It won't be. In the forecast, it will be like every 2 years.
Yep.
They're gonna release another new one. So actually, they already shoot most of Avatar 3 and part of Avatar 4 and 5 already. So I think it's
Oh,
under
nice. Yeah.
editing. Yeah, they're under editing, and the special effects, especially for the 3D, takes a really long time to finish.
Oh, I've heard because the reason why Avatar 2 takes 13 years is not because James Cameron doesn't have idea.
Yeah.
It was because the technology in the past could not keep up with Cameron's idea. So the reason why it's taking so long is because he's running too fast and the technology is catching up on the genius's mind. So I'm glad that I learned today. So 3, 4, 5 are on the way.
As a sci-fi movie, it actually takes a lot of like high technology to complete Cameron's imagination.
Yep.
He created a totally new world for us under the water. So imagine how much effort the whole team need to put in.
So we are really grateful that the technology finally has caught up with him.
Can finally see his imaginated world in the big screen.
Yeah, finally eventuated.
We are so lucky.
Yep, very lucky. Okay, Jodie. So talking about writer side already. So everything, as we know, that everything has downside. So what do you think would be the downside of this movie?
For me, the movie is a little bit too long.
Yeah, 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Yes.
That's a decent long movie.
It is.
Yeah.
It's probably the longest movie in the recent years. People's attention span is getting shorter and shorter. So Cameron make this movie is really challenging everybody's focusing ability.
And also the biological clock. Yeah, it's indeed a really long movie. And then at a particular moment, I was really holding my natural urge to pee because it's just really long.
It is. Same here. Same
Yeah.
here. I have this fear to miss any of the moment of this beautiful world Cameron has created to us. That's
Yeah.
why I'm willing to hold it when the nature is calling.
Nice. Yeah, same feeling here. Yeah.
Amy, is there any moment you feel is really impressive?
I think I have two moments that I'm feeling really into the movie and feeling the personal connection to it as well. I think the first one comes to the main character and the whole family. They to avoid attack from the enemies, they move the whole family to the waterland. So that reminds me of myself. Like many years ago, I came to Australia as an international student, and
Wow.
so as I can connect myself with in the movie that because the main character and the whole family, they were not born with the skills that they can like hold their breath and survive in the world of water.
Because they doesn't have the eel hair.
Tail, yeah. So the physical system, the physical body
Yeah.
is not built for that.
Yes.
So they have to acquire certain skills like breathe under the water, swim under the waters, actually make a living from the waters. So that reminds me, as a new immigrant, we come to a new country. Yes, we did speak English, but not as fluent as of now. So English and the way of getting along with each other, the way to get out yourself, stepping out of the comfort zone to get a job, get a degrees and get a house, get a home. So this is all the new stuff that we have to learn as international students,
Yeah, that's right.
as the first generation of migrants. Yeah, so I think for that moment, I think the movie reminds me of my personal story that I came to a place that as not an alien, but as someone who is different.
Yeah.
But I had to adapt. Environment has to survive, and also for the main character by adapting to a new environment, they didn't forget who they are. They
Yeah.
didn't forget where they're from. They didn't forget their identity and their family. So I think that reminds me, that resonated with me. Like, I came to Australia as a new immigrant. I adapt to the skills that requires here.
Yeah.
However, I didn't forget my origin. I'm still Chinese. I still celebrate Chinese New Year's, and I
Yeah.
still have my culture, and that has not changed. So I'm changed, but not changed. So I think that's the first moment. Like I'm really feeling that have connection to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one idea that I would like to express is, so irrespectively where you live, your identity is who you are.
Yes.
Because that carries your family, that carries your legacy, that carries the
carries
culture,
your value.
carries your value,
Background,
your
yeah.
background, and then because like I am Chinese, I carry the blood of being a Chinese, and I treasure that my origin, my legacy, my ancestors, and my families, the essence of the culture that they have been given me, and I have been carried that with me to nurture my soul. I think the more you stick to who you are, the more the world will respect you in a way that to respect who you really are.
Yes. Even though you guys may have differences, but it's okay.
Yeah, everybody
right?
is different.
It's the diversity. It's the beauty of the diversity.
Exactly, it's the beauty of the whole biological environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why another reason we found Australia is very attractive, right? We would like to live here because our culture can be accepted.
Yeah.
And also, everyone in this country got the common understanding that this is a immigration country. You
Yeah.
need to respect each other's culture, each other's background naturally.
Okay, Jodie, Brownie is asking you, sorry, what is your favorite part of the movie?
Have you cried when you're watching the movie?
No, why?
Wow, okay, that's a good question. when I told my friends I cried twice in the movie, it was like, "Are you crazy? Maybe you can cry." I was like,
Well, I wouldn't say you're crazy, but I didn't cry. Yeah.
yeah, I think most people don't feel it's a super touching movie, but I have like two moments. I was like,
That you cried.
I cried. Yes.
Yeah.
The first moment is when the Takun jumping out of the water to saving its friend.
Oh, great.
At
Yeah, I
that-
remember that scene.
Yeah, at that moment, I really love the name of that species.
Which one?
Takun.
Takun.
Yes. When Avatar imported to China, we actually translate Takun to kun.
So,
So kun,
Yep.
do you remember?
yeah, I remember.
Kun is one of our imaginated fish, which from Zhuangzi. Zhuangzi is one of the most influential philosopher in Chinese history.
So which one do you like the most, Zhuangzi or Confucius?
Personally, I prefer Zhuangzi.
Me too.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, this is another topic. So Zhuangzi created this new world. In the first chapter of his story, he created a new species, which with the unimaginable size. And then this fish can turn into a bird, which is also unimaginable size.
Yep.
And this bird or the fish can soar to the greatest height, and also to travel to the vast distances. So when I saw Takun jump out of the water and try to sacrifice itself to save its friend,
Yep.
I was like, just in that moment, I just feel it's so touching. I was tearing straight away. I feel like the culture has connected. Thousand years ago, Zhuangzi has this imagination, and this year, Cameron has the same imagination. So I feel human being actually, no matter how many years passed, we have the similar imagination about the ocean, about the species. Actually, our species as human being, we are a small species. There are much bigger species, and they're even more intelligent than us.
Yep.
So don't be too arrogant. Don't be too proud of yourself. Just feel humble and respect to all the natural. So that's the moment I feel so touching.
Oh, so that's a very profound moment that
Yeah.
you realize thousands of years later, James Cameron actually connected
Yes.
with our ancestors
Yes.
through imagination.
That's the moment
I
you
love
feel
that.
like the master of human beings, they actually have the similar imagination.
They carry the same spirit, even though we're 1,000 years apart.
Yes. John's spirit has been carried over by
James
another
Cameron.
Western
Yeah,
Western human being.
yeah. So
Is that amazing?
that's amazing. So that means ultimately we are same kind of people.
Yes. So what's your second touching moment?
The second touching moment is related to a technique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that technique is breathing.
Oh,
Yeah. So simple.
Breathing?
Yeah, breathing. Simple, but
like what we're doing every moment?
like every moment, like we breathe. I think in the chaotic world, we're very, we have really busy lifestyles. We forgot how breathing can help us, how breathing
is important
is
for us.
important.
Yes.
So during the movie, the daughter from the other land actually taught the son of the main character how to breathe under the water. So they actually learned the technique of the belly breathe. So as if you're doing like a deep breath in, deep breath out. So I think that technique is not foreign to us. Yeah, because whenever we're doing yoga, doing meditation, we are actually practicing the breathing.
Yep.
So breathing actually brought us not only the flow of energy, and that also helps you to relax your body, to empty all the negativities from your mind and from your body. I think that
Yep.
I had a moment of connection of that's what I need, and also that's how I actually practice this nowadays to help myself release the tension, focus, and empty all the negativities and inhale all the goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you do meditation often?
Yeah, I do meditation. I try to do that every single day. Yeah.
Oh,
But
it's really good.
yeah, but probably, if I'm really, unorganized or really busy on that day, I probably wouldn't do that, but I try to do that every single day. So according to my app, I think I've done 8 times of deep meditations in January already. So yeah, I have seen the benefit that the breathing technique has helped me to calm down, to concentrate, and to just relax. I think, that's the connection that I had. Probably James Cameron has the same kind of habit
Yes.
of
Maybe
doing
it's
meditation.
also helpful for him. That's why he brings this into the movie.
Yeah, I bet. So all those famous people like Steve Jobs, who is that Microsoft guy?
Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates. Yeah, they all do practice meditation to help them focus.
Oh, really great.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Try it.
Yeah, try it. So another topic offline. So we probably will provide some tips of meditation. Jodie, did you say you cried twice?
Well, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to sound so rude, but
I did. Sounds crazy for a sci-fi movie like this one.
yeah, but I understand you. The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about the next one?
The next one is probably more about like family connections.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. That's
Yeah,
a big
at the-
part.
I cried at the end.
Yes.
Their oldest son died when he
When
was
fighting.
trying to
Yeah.
save his brothers and sisters.
Yep.
But at that moment, I didn't cry. I cried when the movie got to the end. Jack and his wife
Yep.
finally connected to the spirit tree.
Oh, the spirit
and then it helps them to go back years ago and saw their eldest son was like catching the face. At that moment, I was like start tearing again. That moment was beautiful and also full of sadness at the same time.
Yep.
Such a nice young man. He was just a kid and carefree, and eventually he becomes so reliable, accountable for all his family, but he's not being with them anymore. It's really sad they lost the son, but also really beautiful. They can connect their spirit to their God, their spirit tree,
Yep.
and be able to see their son again. I think there's also an imaginated world Cameron created for us. You know, he thinks the spirit of human being or of any kind of species is more important than your body. Your body is not immortal, but your spirit is. So I think he just want to let us know, you know, you need to more focus on your spirit.
Yep.
Focus on in deeply who you are.
Yep.
Don't care about what you're looking like, or don't focus too much on your material world.
Oh, that's a very profound meaning that you can derive from the movie, I guess.
It's just a second. That's why like a good movie can help you thinking deeper, can help you to understand this world maybe in a different perspective.
Yep. I remember that spirit tree, that it can be like a movie in your mind that you travel back years and years ago to connect with your original self, and then like travel back all the way back to where I was from. So I think everybody carries a story. You know, everybody has a story to tell. So don't forget who you are, and then remember the legacy of your family.
Yes. What a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world. Exactly.
What a wonderful world.
Yeah. So So as of now, I think I'm really looking forward to Avatar 3, Avatar 4, and Avatar 5.
Yes.
So I'm hoping James Cameron will bring us more profound meaning of life and more profound meaning of the human nature.
Yes. Really looking forward to the next episodes. A lot of people think, you know, the story in Avatar 2 was not very intense and it's a little bit loose for the storyline.
Yep.
In this movie, there is no real war actually happened between human being and the species in Pandora. So they actually is the preview of the big story Cameron would like to tell in the future.
Yep.
So be patient. We should still have our belief on Cameron, who is the master of 3D movie, who is also a master of imagination, a new word for us. So that's looking forward to his next one.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
So if you have any ideas or experiences that you want to share with us about Avatar 2, The Way of Water, feel free to leave us a comment. Feel free to hit a thumbs up if you like this video.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your watching. We'll see you next time.